All right. Hold on, let me change the light real quick. Whoops, I'm off. Oh, this is bright, but I think this is good. Or this, or this, or this. Yeah, we're going with this one. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing great. Let me get this here. I'm sorry. I hope everyone's doing amazing because I know who this guy is. My name is Chad. I'm a motion designer, and I'm learning to draw every day just to prove to people that it's not that hard. All right. Bro, I've got a lot of stuff to talk about, and I really want to talk about it. Is it appropriate to talk about it now, or I just want to vent, you know? It's not about timing, really. It's about, yeah, like I said, I just want to ramble about this specific thing. Just a second. Let me. Like, we're so close, bro. I can feel it. This is. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore that, and let me grab the YouTube, bro. Sometimes I just come on. All right, here we go. I can see the chat, and everything is here. Perfect. Now, this is the phone here. I've been doing this for some really good time now. Has it been like 4 years? I think so. And I've gotten to a point where my skill level is like here, but my personal brand is like here. And so I find myself having more better than average skill level with no notoriety, or maybe just like not no notoriety, but just like lack of notoriety. The notoriety is not up, it's not equivalent to the level of my skill, which leads to less clients. Okay. So I've been working on my skill, but the level of, you know, my promotion to myself is not there. And it does make sense. When you work on the hard skills, when you spend time working on the hard skills, and you sort of like don't give time for your personal brand to grow and to just like show yourself online or offline, really, that's just how it's going to be, right? Your skill level is gonna get up. It does make sense, right? But you're gonna be on the lesser known side, you know. But it's interesting because also I had this I don't know, not feeling, but I had this like kind of like idea that if I'm not getting a lot of clients, then that means my skill level, now I'm thinking like my skill level is here, and so my notoriety is here. Oh, I'm not getting enough clients, so the first client that I get, I will just like do whatever job they want for a skill level that's like this, but for money that's like this, right? And that is just wrong, you know. I used to have that idea or have that mentality, but now it is changing. Okay, it is changing. My skill level is here. Maybe I'm not really well known yet, but I'm gonna get there soon. Why? Because I'm gonna work on my brand, right? So you're gonna try to give me a job and try to get me to work to do it for money that is way less than I deserve. I'm just gonna say no. Okay. Fuck you. I'm sorry, but fuck you. Fuck anyone who's trying to just like lowball me into working for pennies, bro. I'm done with this shit. Okay. Man, it's been a while since I rambled about, like, you know, personal stuff, even though I'm like being vague. So fuck everyone. Yeah. Except the people who are watching and who watch the streams. I love you guys. You guys are the goats. But yeah. And I may be like sounding like I'm shifting the blame here, like, oh, it's the client's problem. No, it's my problem. I wouldn't say even it's a problem, because like I said, it does make sense. I worked on my skill level. I put time, I invested time in my skill level. My skill level got high. I didn't invest time in, you know, selling myself. That energy didn't go there, right? It makes absolute sense, right? And it's not even the client's fault either, right? The client just sees a person who did not work on their personal brand, and they would assume that, you know, they would work for cheap. And it does make sense. So should I be angry about any of this? No. Am I? Yes, because I'm in a kind of like an emotional spot right now, and I'm giving myself the authority or the ability to just be pissed, and that's okay, even though it doesn't make sense. That's okay. Human emotions are complicated. Let me just, like, yeah, say that. But yeah, I'm not really pissed. I just, like, I wanted to ramble about it. I wanted to get this off of my chest. But yeah, so I know my worth. Fuck you if you're not. You know when I should be mad? If a person like sees like my, you know, my personal brand and my, you know, the following that I'm gonna be making and everything, and they come and try to give me work for cheap, then I should be pissed, you know. But right now, it's okay. Like, I'm not working on my person. It's my bad, you know. But still, I'm going to say no, because I know what I'm worth. Yeah, I think we can end the rambling here. We can start watching the video. Actually, it's been a while since we picked it. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see. Portrait. Alright, sweet. So we've done the eyes, alright? Drawing eyes. I think we stopped here.
So we can draw.
Alright. Portrait. Nice. So drawing eyes. Next, we are looking at a video for drawing noses. Alright. By the way, I've got this. Oh snap. I don't know if you guys can see it. It says baby planner. I made this, and this is going to be so fun. I already filled out a page, and this is basically going to make me rich. So yeah. Obviously with the power of Allah, like, I'm not saying that, you know, that is going to make me rich. Oh, look at this. Very detailed noses. Alright, you keep going, actually. Tyson. Let's watch some shorts.
Got a submission here.
So do I go down?
Got a submission here.
That's shorts. Okay. That's how shorts work. Ba 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 ba, bada bing bada boom. Chicken jockey.
From the community, honestly, really great face expression, and things line up pretty well, except this one right here. Now, if you don't know what it is right away, let me walk you through it, okay? If you take this character right here, and if you line up with the corner of the eyes and the length there, right here, and also the top of the head, pay attention to that distance, because if you use that distance, you can use this to basically line up exactly the proportions of your character, and you'll find that for once, when you get to this one, notice how from the top of the head here to the corner of the eye, that the corner here is a little bit lower than the other ones of the head. So all you got to do, pretty simple, I've done it already, is basically move that eye up a little bit, like that, and also do this one thing right here, which I don't think a lot of people do, add a little bit of that tilt for the eye right there as it kind of goes into that socket. Got a submission here from the community. Honestly,
bullets may fly around, but I'll lay down. I feel safe and sound on solid ground.
Dame un grr.
Un qué? I have a challenge for every single artist. Whatever you're drawing right now, post it. I don't care if it's not finished. I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's bad. Go post exactly what you're doing right now. Don't even finish. I have a challenge.
I do it over.
Nice.
The chances of you seeing this YouTube short are super rare. There's over 100 million YouTube channels. I'm not going to ask you to like, comment, or subscribe, but if you do, thank you. The chances.
Oh, okay. Yo, this is like petty points. Hey, do your thing, do your thing. Alright, right now, what we're going to do is easy. We're going to launch this. Please don't be long. This is 14 minutes. Nice.
In this class, we'll break down the structure of a nose and practice drawing them from different angles. Noses tend to be overlooked by artists, as they can really seem overly complicated to draw. But if we simplify the shape of the nose into more manageable pieces, we can easily draw any nose and not get confused with a lot of details. Firstly, we can simplify the nose into a box shape. It has the top plane, two side planes, and the bottom plane. It's important to know that the nose lines that we can find with the Loomis method indicates the base of the nose, where it attaches to the face, and not the tip of the nose. From a front view, both of the side planes are equally visible. Now, let's see how this box shape looks in 3/4 angle. In that position, the tip of the nose goes beyond the center line, and the further side plane is now hidden. When it comes to drawing, pay attention to how the nose connects to the brow ridge and the eye area. You can always indicate that connection with simple lines. Lastly, let's take a look at the view from below. This one gets tricky, but we can always rely on a simple box shape to help us out. Pay attention to how the planes change. In that position, we see more of the bottom plane and a lot less of the top plane. Also, notice how the bottom of the nose connects to the face. It doesn't just sit on top of a straight line, and instead it has some curve to it. Next, let's get more specific in structure. Basically, the nose can be divided into three main parts: the nose bridge, the ball of the nose, and nose wings. Plus, I also included
Hold on. Right.
the bottom plane of the nose, as it plays a big role in overall shape. These are all the main parts that we need to get into drawing, and I'm going to showcase more tips and process, so let's get started with the front view nose. Here I wanted to deconstruct the photo. The upper part of the nose bridge is formed by the nasal bone, so it's the only bone part that the nose has. The bottom of the nose bridge is cartilage, and the connection between them usually is the widest.
Right. Well, that makes sense. Dude, learning anatomy is such a blessing, honestly. Anatomy is tough, but learning it is actually amazing. Okay, and it does make sense why you can see like it goes like wider and then it starts getting narrower.
Part of the nose bridge. The cartilage goes thinner down, so it almost looks like it's pinched in the middle. Next goes the ball of the nose. Even though it's called a ball, it's better to draw with angles to indicate it. It's way easier to look into plane changes and capture them when drawing with angular shapes.
Right.
Next goes the bottom plane of the nose. This is by far the most important plane, as it separates the top from the bottom, and it is what can give your nose drawing that three-dimensional feel. Then go the wings of the nose. Keep in mind that wings also have volume to them. They have a shape that curves under itself. I start out with a basic nose shape and then draw a ball of the nose.
What? What's happening? What's she doing?
Next, we want to outline the bottom plane of the nose, and I really recommend you to pay more attention to that plane to keep the structure in your drawing.
The ball of the nose. Right?
Keep in mind the bigger shapes when it comes to drawing nostrils. Don't just draw holes by themselves, but rather draw the shapes that form the nostril.
Guilty.
When drawing wings, even if you see a very round nose, you still want to see where the top plane ends and transitions into the bottom plane. So the wing will look like two separate lines with an angle to them instead of just one curved line. Moving on to the bridge of the nose, it starts with the nasal bone and gets wider to the middle. And then it connects to the cartilage that goes thinner down the bridge.
Such a beautiful nose.
You will see noses with a very distinctive transition of the nasal bone and cartilage, but most of the time it's more subtle.
Subtle.
One angle is obviously not enough to understand the shape, so let's move on to the side view. The nasal bone on this one would be right there.
We're going to be doing a lot of tracing, by the way.
There. If you ever see a nose with more distinctive bump on it, you know it's because of this bone structure.
Right.
Also, take a look at how the septum curls under itself and attaches to the face. The same goes for the wings of the nose. They are also three-dimensional objects that have volume and thickness to them.
Interesting, very interesting. Oh, I need to watch this. Tomorrow we're going to watch it again. Amazing.
Start out with a basic shape and then separate the bottom and the top planes from each other. Another important thing is to keep the bottom plane line and the lip line separate. So it's better to draw them with two separate lines instead of one curved line. Then draw the edges of the wings. Think of how the wings and the septum curl under themselves and form the nostrils. Next goes the ball of the nose and the nose bridge.
She likes to exaggerate the ball of the nose, I think.
Important tip that actually goes for everything in drawing is that you have to think of the most efficient way of using fewer lines that at the same time do the most in terms of shape and volume.
Right.
The next one is the free quarter view. Here we only see a small portion of the further side plane. From that position, the tip of the nose is skewed from the center. Start out as usual with basic shapes and then find the bottom plane.
Alright, we're back, I think. Hopefully. Let's get back. We're good? Are we good? We're good, right?
This class will be
Alright, we stopped here.
most in terms of shape. Important tip.
Alright, amazing. There we go.
That actually goes for everything in drawing. The next one is the free quarter view. Here we only see as the and volume is skewed from the center. Start out as usual with basic shapes and then find the bottom plane. Find the ball of the nose and the edges of the nose wings.
That's interesting how she did that.
Connect it to the bridge, and don't forget to indicate how the nose connects to the brow area. When you need to draw a correct turn, always think of the box shape first and try to compare the size of its planes to one another. Even if the position seems complicated, all the planes are still there. It's just the angle that will be different.
Right.
For the next one, let's draw a nose with a slight down tilt. Once again, start with a basic shape. In this one, we have a standard box with a triangular shape for the bottom plane.
Huh, standard box. Interesting.
Also, this nose has a subtle nose bump, so you can emphasize that with a plane change.
Oh, she's going dark.
Find the ball of the nose, then outline the bottom plane and find the edges of the nose wings. Try to keep the lines straight to keep the structure.
Right. Slightly curved.
For the next one, I chose a from below angle. From that position, the bottom plane turns towards us, so we're going to see more of it. Also, this nose is turned slightly to the left, so to draw that turn correctly, pay attention how the bottom plane attaches to the face. Start out with finding that connection line, and then complete the basic shape. Next, outline the bottom plane and find the ball of the nose. Draw the edges of the nose wings and lastly, connect the nose to the brow ridge.
Nice. I really can't wait to apply this actually.
For this last one,
Oh my
let's draw
God.
a dramatic low angle. Once again, start with basic shape and keep in mind the connection between the nose and the face. From that position, the nose ridge appears much shorter than usual, and the bottom plane will be fully visible due to foreshortening. Find the ball of the nose and outline the bottom plane. And lastly, find the edges of the nose wings and the sketch will be complete.
That's too short. Isn't that too short?
So these are all the drawings for today.
Amazing though.
As you can see, even though they all look different, the underlying structure stayed the same. I would love to know if this lesson helped you improve your nose drawings, so please attach your sketches in the comments and let me know if you need any feedback. Also, a good habit is to deconstruct the shape on the photo before drawing, so you can do that as well. Simply lower the opacity of the photo layer and draw over it on the new one. In the next class, we're going to break down the structure of the mouth.
Of the mouth, okay. Awesome, amazing. I loved every single second of it. What I need to get is this. I need to take a screenshot of this, and basically seeing this is going to help me a lot. Let me pick one reference from Pinterest, and we're gonna say goodbye. Cutesy little tootsie nose. Chicken jockey. Chicken jockey. Mr. Chicken jockey. Here we go. Okay, so let's do some tracing first. Of course not. Okay. Chicken jockey. What brush is she using? Don't matter. All right, chicken jockey. So, wait, hold on. Let me copy, bring this in here as well. Perfect. And now we're gonna just draw here. All right, so as we can see, we've got, we can do a little bit of this from here to here. Okay, maybe from here to here. Actually, from here to here, and then from here to here. All right, and then we've got the ball of the nose. Got this shape right here. All right, let's play the music back. Oh, fine, thank you. Yes, let's keep going. That's the ball, and then we have, what's it called? Nose wings. Let's not do the nose wings. We're gonna do the bottom plane, which is sort of like this shape, right? It's got like that shape, and then how did she do it? It was like this, right? She did something like this, maybe? I forgore. I'm gonna be frank, I forgore. Are we doing good? And then here we do this. Okay, that's not bad, that's not bad. And then from here we go like this, and here we go like this. Yeah. There you go. And then here, and then here. Yeah, actually here and here and here. You see? Because yeah, it's a 3D form. And then we have this one here, this one here, this one here. This one actually goes a little bit like this, and this one goes a little bit like this. There you go. Sweet, look at that. Amazing. Now let's do it from memory. Or not from memory, just like away from the reference. So I think we do the basic shape, the basic form first. I think that's like the safest move. And so this goes here, and we sort of like basically just like get this, right? And so from here, we get this, we get that, this and that. This is a very, I wouldn't say foreshortened. It's just like, you know, the edges of the forms get close to each other, and it can get confusing. But it's okay. We're doing great. We're doing great so far. So far so good. So far so good. We've got Roy in the chat. What is up, my boy? How's it going, my brother? There you go. There you go. And there you go. So from here, do a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Okay. This, you can feel that this is like less confident, but it's okay. It's okay. This is literally our first attempt. Right? And then from here, this goes like this. From here to here, and from here to here. And then, like we said, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and voila. Actually, she's got this brush, which, there you go. Amazing, amazing, great, great. That's fantastic to hear, Roy. All right, I think we're gonna stop here. Honestly, I'm just grateful that we get to consume this information. This is really cool what you're doing. Thank you, thank you. You know, it's just for the sake of making my portraits better. Learning the basic shapes of these of the features is really helpful. If you seriously want to do portraits, learning the basic shapes of the features, that's like the most important thing I would recommend. I've been ignoring it for a long time, but now I think, yeah, we need that. Anyways, I'm gonna stop it here. We're gonna do a lot of practice. We're gonna come back to the video again tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Roy, I really appreciate you. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Peace.